He actually grabbed me and I pushed away.
She reached over him and smacked me in the face.
I didn't do that.
If I would have knew how she was then, I would never even consider moving with her.
News 40 is broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join us weekdays for the latest news, sports, and weather from across the region. News 40, because local matters.
Hi, I'm Hiram Kemp.
Hi, I'm Neil Pollard.
We're the hosts of The Light of the World.
Please join us on a special day and time.
This week on WNKY television, our aim is to reflect Jesus, the true light. Hope to see you here.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season's just 18 weeks. That's it. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel. With live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at a Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night in Buffalo.
America's #1 sportsbook is heading to Kentucky. Get $100 in bonus bets when you sign up today. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Hey, Western Kentucky, we look at the last Titans game, we preview the next Titans game. That's the Mike Vrabel Show on CBS 40.
Join the coach and the seat geek next.
Sunday mornings on WNKY, CBS 40. WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 5. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome to the weekend.
We made it, Chris. Finally, we made it to Friday.
Yes, finally here, and the final day of summer.
Right.
I heard boos.
I know. Not coming from me. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. Tomorrow, first official full day of fall. Looking live right now, we've got some very fall-like photo, actually live shots coming in from the Kentucky Mesonet Network stations, one in Hardin County, just outside of E-Town, where it's a beautiful day and 85 degrees, and then down toward Albany and Clinton County, it is 83 degrees currently. And yes, we only have one more day to go. A few clouds around this afternoon, no shower activity. It looks like it's going to hold off for a while before we see rain chances moving back in, but they'll be here by the end of the weekend. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Morgan?
All right, Chris, our top story tonight, just hours before the weeks-long Logan County Tobacco and Heritage Festival is set to begin. The grand finale performer cancels his appearance after he says his sexuality and musical performance is called into question. In an Instagram post to fans, musician Adam Mack talks about his phone call yesterday with a member of the Logan County Chamber of Commerce and his reason for canceling his October 14th performance. Take a listen.
She explained to me that there were some board members and some people in town who had questions about what kind of performance I would be putting on at the Tobacco Festival. And wanted to ensure that I would not be promoting homosexuality or sexuality in a family-friendly environment.
In a response to Mack's social media video, organizers of the Logan County Tobacco and Heritage Festival released a statement via Facebook this afternoon, citing that Mack pulled out of the event after threats of protests and made the decision to cancel the concert out of safety concerns for himself, his band, and concert attendees. The Chamber's statement goes on to say that although they did not request that Mack cancel, they respect his decision. News 40's Tucker Covey has been in Logan County today and will share more details on this story tonight on News 40 at 6. Well, the debate over abortion access continues to be a leading topic in the governor's race. Democratic Governor Andy Beshear continues to criticize Republican Daniel Cameron's support for the state's existing abortion ban. But this week, Cameron signaled new willingness to accept abortion exceptions for rape and incest. Today, News 40 caught up with Kentucky Senate President Robert Stivers in Simpson County and asked him about Cameron's apparent flip on his hardline opposition on abortion.
I think there is the need to have rational dialogue on what is the appropriate common point, because you don't want to injure somebody anymore, but you also want to be able to bring a life into this world.
In his radio interview on Monday, Cameron said that if the legislature brought him a bill to add exceptions for rape and incest, he would sign it. The general election is Tuesday, November 7th. Well, now to Glasgow, where police arrest a man moments after they say he robbed a bank. Glasgow police say they got a call about a robbery at U.S. Bank in the 100 block of Wall Street around 1 o'clock this afternoon. When officers arrived, they say the bank teller told them that Adam Wood walked into the bank, handed over a note saying, "I have a gun, give me $500. Police say the teller gave Wood the money. He ran out through the front door. Officers found Wood shortly after the robbery. The stolen money was recovered. No one was injured. Wood is currently in the Barron County Detention Center facing first-degree robbery. Well, more local news now. We are just minutes away from the start of the Sky Arts Film Festival in downtown Bowling Green. The event begins at 5:30 at the Capitol Arts Theater in Fountain Square Park and brings novice and seasoned film creators together for a weekend of inspiration. News 40's Noah Fairber is outside the Capitol right now with what we can expect to see this weekend. Hey there, Noah.
That's right, Morgan. We are here at the Capitol Theater in downtown Bowling Green, where you may not be able to see it, but the red carpet has been rolled out as just through these doors behind me, the Sky Arts Film Festival is well underway. They just wrapped up their first masterclass session, but let's bring in Mr. Andrew Swanson to kind of tell us more about what we can expect this weekend. Starting us off, we just had the first masterclass. What can people expect from the others this weekend?
Yes, so there is a lot going on this weekend. If you're an aspiring filmmaker, you're going to learn from people in the region, locally, nationally, people who are really good at their craft. And so if you're really wanting to learn these master classes, that's what they're designed for. But then maybe you're just a film goer and you want to see some local films or even maybe some regional, national films. That's all going on this weekend.
Now, one of the films tonight is one of those regional and national films. Kind of talk to me about The Elephant Six.
Yes, that film is very interesting. I'll be honest, I haven't watched it yet because I've been waiting to see it in the theater, because it's like seeing it in the theater is just a completely different experience. But it is a film that I believe in October is going to be premiering on Amazon, and I think Apple, could be wrong there. I know Amazon, but it's a film that you really should come out and see.
Yeah, and we've got short films as well throughout the night, so make sure to come out to the Capitol Theater this weekend and see all that they have to offer at the Sky Arts Film Festival. For now, from the Capitol Theater in downtown Bowling Green, this is Noah Fairber from WNKY News 40, because local matters. Back to you, Morgan.
All right, Noah, thank you very much. Well, be on the lookout for the new additions to Operation Pride's Beautify I-65 project. They are adding life-size horses made of recycled cans. The project is uniting many members and organizations in our community, and they hope they leave a lasting impact on those that visit Bowling Green.
It's really going to add to that user, that patron, that visitor experience, and just something to help attract more people to our community. And it will put Bowling Green and Warren County as a destination point that people want to visit, be a part of, and see all the cool things that we're doing here.
Get ready to see the lifelike horses this fall on your way into or out of Bowling Green. And excitement is building around a new restaurant set to pop up in Bowling Green next summer. A sign for Drake's, a sports bar that also happens to serve sushi, is set to open in the summer of 2024. Drake's will be the newest addition to Kinbell Boulevard, across from Chewy's and down the road from Sam's Club. The new restaurant joins the hardware chain Menards next to Meijer as the newest businesses set to come to Bowling Green. The Chamber of Commerce is excited to see what these two businesses will bring to the city.
I hope people are excited as new companies are coming in, because it continues to expand the types of jobs available, the types of companies here, alternatives for shopping, alternatives for eating out, and that quality of life increase will help us continue to recruit new residents to our area to meet the growing economy and the growing open jobs that we have in the area.
Menards is currently under construction, while crews will start work on Drake's soon. Well, after 50 years of waiting, a time capsule from 1973 is open today at the Logan County Courthouse. Though much of what was inside was damaged by the years of time in the ground, some pieces are still recognizable and can be confirmed because of a newspaper article listing what officials placed inside that capsule half a century ago.
Upon opening it, we were a little discouraged to find that a lot of things have kind of disintegrated over the years. However, we were able to recover a lot of really cool items, or things that we can at least tell what they were.
Officials say a police uniform, jewelry, music records, and photos were just a few of the items discovered in that capsule today. An additional capsule containing items representative of 2023 from the community was buried today. That will be opened in another 50 years. Well, still to come on News 40 at 5, the silent danger every parent needs to know about. How to keep your baby safe while sleeping. That story is on the way, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back with a full look at our forecast for football frenzy tonight. Woo, touchdown, Chris. All right, he'll tell us what we can expect to see if we head out to the ball field. Coming up next.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank Studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Daniel Cameron says it's
one of the first things I will do as governor.
Bringing back former Governor Matt Bevin's ruthless Medicaid plan, threatening to take away coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians, punishing working parents, putting rural hospitals in danger of shutting down.
This sounds very similar to something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely.
Denying people coverage, devastating rural health care.
Something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely.
Cameron's absolutely wrong for Kentucky.
I made it to college football as a walk-on. None of the scholarship, but all the hard work. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me to leave it all on the field. And that's exactly what I'll do as governor. Andy Beshear has failed us. He locked our schools and unlocked our jails. We can do better. I'm Daniel Cameron. I'm leaving it all on the field so the next generation inherits a quality education system, safer communities, and more prosperous families. Join me, and let's go win this thing.
Want the best seat to see the big game? Ford's can help, and it can be right in your home. This ultra plush chaise rocking recliner features extra padded seats and full body support for only $5.99. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
Warren County Public Schools is hosting a bus driver and monitor job fair Saturday, September 23rd, 8 to noon. Bus monitor starting salary $14 per hour. Bus driver starting salary $17.68 per hour. You can also apply now at warrencountyschools.org.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM Sportsbook. Step 2, make your pick. And Step 3, showtime. Now that hunch has some weight to it. Every play, every game means something more. Because now, you're betting with the king of sportsbooks.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, we made it to the end of the week. Of course, football frenzy tonight.
Yes.
Are we expecting some good weather?
Good weather. In fact, I was going to have you go long.
I just should have.
And I'm like, I was throwing the fire. You didn't pay attention.
Sorry.
I was like, yeah, okay, fine.
Next time.
Next time we'll do that, yes. So we've got fall starting tomorrow, or the autumnal equinox. That is what I call the $5 word for fall beginning. So what is all that about? I mean, it's not really one more day. It's several hours away, because fall actually starts, or the autumnal equinox starts at 1:50 in the morning. Scenes like that, get ready for it. It's going to come. And here's what it's all about. The Earth tilts on its axis. Remember, the sun does not move. We always say sunrise, sunset. The sun doesn't move. The earth moves. Okay, so it goes on its axis, 23.5 degree tilt. That's what gives us the season. So what happens in the fall is that the southern hemisphere is going to see more sunshine. So therefore, southern hemispheric weather turns to spring while we turn into fall, and that sun sits there and we just go around it. We orbit around it. That's the way it goes. And so when fall begins, the autumnal equinox, it's neither at or away from the sun. It's equal day and equal night. So tomorrow will be one of those days where we have as much daylight as we do nighttime. But then after that, it's going to be more nighttime, less daytime as we get closer to winter. That's how it works. Temperatures right now, anywhere from 80 in Campbellsville to 81 in Edmonton, 83 in Morgantown, 78 in Franklin, with dew points in the mid to upper 50s right now. So it doesn't feel too bad, just a little toasty at times out there. From the airport, it is 85. Light north wind at 3. Look at the humidity, only 36%, and the dew point at 55. So it is a warm last day of summer. Officially, yes, summer will be over by almost 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. Look at this. We talked about this last night. It has now become Tropical Storm Ophelia. That is the next one on the list. And last night I referred to it as a pre-tropical cyclone. It had a big, long explanation to it, but in other terms here, it is now a tropical system. Ophelia is the name, and it's going to bring a lot of rain to the East Coast, but none of that is going to come our direction. Our next chance of rain is coming back from the west, a system that's crossing out of the plains and will eventually move our direction. Now, some folks in far eastern Kentucky may begin to see some of the clouds and some of the rain shield on the outer bands of Ophelia, but I don't think we're going to see any of that. Again, our system is going to wait out west for a little bit longer. Here's Sunday morning. It is going to be late Sunday night into Monday before we see the rain. Here tonight, though, good night for football, mainly clear, some patchy fog, and 58 for the overnight low. And then tomorrow, in the next few days, looking good. We've got low 80s, then we cool off and become unsettled. Almost each day next week has a chance of rain in it, with highs mainly in the mid to upper 70s. And here's what's on NBC 40 tonight.
Hey y'all, it's Bree with the Pie Queen's Pantry. Don't miss this week's episode. We're making my favorite decadent pecan bars. See you this week on the Pie Queen's Pantry.
As a dad, protecting children is my priority. But Governor Andy Beshear's actions are endangering our children. Beshear vetoed a bill that would have protected women by keeping biological men out of girls' sports. Beshear also vetoed a bill that would have protected Kentucky children from gender-mutilating surgeries. Beshear has more in common with California liberals than Kentucky families. Keep Kentucky kids safe. Kick Governor Beshear out of office.
Protect Freedom PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
We've got the drinks and good times. Now all we need is you. The 8th annual Bourbon and Brew Fest presented by the Mick Gaming Hall is back Saturday, October 21st at Bowling Green Ballpark. We have an expansive selection of bourbons, craft beers, mixed drinks, and more. Plus sip while shopping, specialty vendors all around the ballpark. VIP ticket holders can enjoy the Heaven Hill VIP experience in the Performance Food Club, while premium ticket holders can take part in the Premium Lounge. Tickets start at just $50 and are on sale now at bgbrewfest.com or by calling 270-901-2121.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get $200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan's fee is free. If you don't win your case, you pay nothing. It's easy. Just dial Pound Law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. I think I'm starting to get this.
It's Baby Safety Month. New data from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission shows that young children are still dying from unsafe sleep environments or misuse of nursery products. Tonight's Health Minute, a closer look at the report and how to keep your baby safe. It's a silent danger. Accidental suffocation can happen when babies aren't kept safe while sleeping.
Oftentimes, people are focused on getting their child to sleep and not on the environment that children are sleeping in.
In a new report, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says there are more than 160 nursery product-related deaths every year. Many deaths happen because of unsafe sleep environments, including having a sleep space cluttered with things like pillows, blankets, and comforters.
We like to say bare is best. So putting them without pillows, without blankets, without plush toys.
Between 2018 and 2020, there is also an annual average of 15 deaths associated with inclined infant sleepers. To keep your child safe, use products intended for sleep that meet federal requirements, like a crib, bassinet, or other firm, flat surface. And if they fall asleep elsewhere, move them to that safe space. Put nothing but a fitted sheet where the child sleeps. Place the baby on their back and check saferproducts.gov for recalls.
It shouldn't be recalled products in the stores, but a lot of times people are ending up buying things secondhand and taking the extra step to make sure that the product you're looking at hasn't been recalled is really important.
The report found African American children are disproportionately affected by nursery product related deaths. The CPSC says awareness is critical. And more concerning news for parents after the FDA says the medicine typically used to treat children for strep, chest, and sinus infections and earaches are still in short supply. There's no relief in sight. That's because of the shortage. Many pharmacies are only allowing customers to order a limited amount of amoxicillin. Some analysts say the shortage is due to amoxicillin's low price point and low profitability for manufacturers. Plus, there are alternatives to amoxicillin, so there's less urgency to address the issue. Amoxicillin continues to be the most prescribed antibiotic in the country. As we enter into the fall virus season, we're learning that COVID-19 hospitalizations for children are on the rise. Federal data shows nearly 1,200 children were admitted to the hospital with COVID during the week that ended September 9th. About half of the admissions were for children younger than 5 years old. Health experts say that coronavirus admissions among children are still below previous pandemic peaks. In consumer news now, the first day of fall is tomorrow, which means Halloween is right around the corner. And despite Americans dealing with high prices and tight budgets, experts predict that consumers will break records as they spend more than $12 billion this year. Part of that is due to more Americans expected to participate in Halloween, with more than 70% of shoppers spending an average of $108 each. So what are consumers buying this year? Well, the most popular kids' costumes are Spider-Man, a witch, and Mario. For adults, Barbie, of course, along with Batman and a vampire. Well, stay with us. Still to come on News 40 at 5. It's the first of its kind in Washington. A look at the Biden administration's new effort to end gun violence right after this.
Andy Bashir is flat out lying.
I've never supported gender reassignment surgery for kids.
That is false. Bashir sided with the radical left, allowing young children to undergo permanent gender-changing surgery.
Those procedures don't happen here in Kentucky.
Reports prove that gender-changing surgeries were done at this Lexington facility. Andy Bashir caught lying again. What else is he lying about?
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
So, you're ready to get started on that home remodel? Then America's Exterior Remodeler is here to help. For over 25 years, Window World has helped homeowners around the country take care of their greatest investment. We make it easy to remodel your home with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. And because each store is locally owned and operated, you can expect the best when it comes to customer service. We're excited to see what you have in mind, and we look forward to helping you create the home of your dreams.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day, this 40 sunrise way. I'm waking up my day, WNKY. Yeah, when you run the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day, that is 40 sunrise way.
Weekday morning starting at 6. The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Today, President Biden announces he's creating the Office of Gun Violence Prevention. The president says since Congress hasn't acted, he will. NBC's Chris Pallone has details on the first-of-its-kind office.
Surrounded by survivors of gun violence and those dedicated to ending it, President Biden announced the launch of the nation's first ever White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention.
After every mass shooting, we hear a simple message, the same message all over the country. And I've been to every mass shooting. Do something. Please do something.
Vice President Kamala Harris will lead the office, which will work towards executive actions the president can take alone to fight gun violence and support state efforts to do the same.
On this issue, we do not have a moment to spare, nor a life to spare.
Nearly 50,000 people died from shootings in 2021. More than half were suicides. Doctors Emily and Elliot Lieberman survived the 2022 4th of July mass shooting in Highland Park, Illinois.
We're very optimistic that this office is going to help to be the interface between the executive and legislative branches here in Washington, D.C. So now to have an assigned office, a full-time staff doing that work is going to be critical.
They're pushing for a ban on assault weapons and recruiting other doctors to their cause.
If you have been shot by an assault weapon, odds are you end up in the morgue instead of in the emergency room.
Despite polls showing public support for stricter gun laws, on Capitol Hill, lawmakers don't have the votes to pass an assault weapons ban.
We lose 100 people a day due to gun violence. The leading cause of death for a child is to be shot. And I think that that's a failure. It's a policy failure, and there's a lot of work we need to do.
Last year, the president signed the bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the first new federal gun laws in 30 years. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Meanwhile, the site of a deadly school shooting is approved to be demolished by the end of the school year. Demolition plans are set for the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. That's where 17 people were killed on Valentine's Day in 2018. The school has been preserved as a crime scene since then. Victim families were recently just allowed to visit the building and collect items belonging to their loved ones. A spokesperson said the decision was made for the school to be demolished for the well-being of students and staff on campus.
It is very emotional, a lot of feelings, but it's time. It's time for that building to come down.
A district spokesperson said crews will clean and clear the building ahead of the demolition. It's unclear if a memorial will be built at that site. Well, stay with us. We'll have a final look at your forecast coming up right after this.
We all want our kids to have a future here in Kentucky. That's why I'm working hard to bring more jobs here. Companies big and small are setting up all over Kentucky, revitalizing communities and creating thousands of good-paying jobs. Over 46,000 more jobs than we had before COVID. Unemployment has never been lower, and we've helped hundreds of businesses launch or expand. This is Kentucky's future. Our economy is on fire. Let's keep it going.
Geez. Hey, Trent. What's going on? You've been here for 7 hours.
I'm having problems with sending the joke. This ain't right. I'm coming back tomorrow.
I should have called JB. Trent, gee.
Should have called JB Electric. At JB Electric, when it comes to electricity, we don't mess around. Make the right call. Call JB Electric.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living. Your new home is protected with a 210 warranty and backed by our full-time service department. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com, because life is too precious to be put on hold.
If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM Sportsbook. Step 2, make your pick. And Step 3, showtime. Now that hunch has some weight to it. Every play, every game means something more. Because now, you're betting with the king of sportsbooks.
Welcome back. Well, we're getting to that time of year when you need to start taking like maybe a blanket, maybe a sweater with you to the football game. Do we need that tonight?
I don't think you'll need it tonight.
Okay.
It's still kind of warm and it will still be nice. As you can see, temperatures will be in the 70s, kickoff, halftime, and then only drop into the upper 60s for the drive home. And don't forget, of course, we will have full coverage of Football Frenzy area high school football games coming up tonight at 10. Don't miss it.
Absolutely exciting football frenzy, of course, every Friday. You won't want to miss that tonight at 10, as Chris just said. Thank you so much. Thank you at home for joining us tonight. We will see you at 6 o'clock over on CBS. Nightly News with Lester Holt is straight ahead.